I have a confession. Lately, my faith has felt like just another item on my to-do list. And if I'm being honest, it's exhausting. Now, I started looking into why so many of us feel this way: stagnant, lukewarm, or just tired. And I found that we all tend to do the same thing. We blame our performance. We think, well, I just need to pray more, or I need a better reading plan. But I've realized it's not a behavior problem. We have a vision problem. We're not failing at being Christians. We're just losing a battle for our attention. And so today, I want to share the shift that's helping me stop trying so hard and start actually seeing what's right in front of me. Now, I noticed something in 2 Corinthians chapter 4 that stopped me in my tracks. It says, the God of this world has blinded our minds. Now, I always thought that it meant for non-believers, but I realized it happens to me like every Tuesday morning. I get so hyper-focused on the physical reality, the bills, the stress, the noise, that I become completely blind to the heavenly reality that's happening at the exact same time. Now, it's like we're living in two worlds, but we've only got our eyes open to the one that stresses us out. Stagnation isn't a lack of God's presence. It's just the physical world has consumed our entire field of view. And so I started looking at the Gospels differently. See, I used to wonder, why did Jesus do so many miracles? It wasn't a show off. But now I see he was showing us his perspective. Now, the first thing I noticed, the funeral versus the nap. Jesus walked into Jairus' house. Everyone was crying. They saw a corpse. That was the physical reality. But Jesus saw something else. He said, she's just sleeping. And I realized because Jesus saw the heavenly reality, he wasn't limited by the physical one. The second thing, the storm versus the pillow. Now, the disciples, who were professional fishermen, saw a sinking boat. They were terrified, but Jesus was asleep on a cushion. And I used to wonder, how could he be so unbothered? It's because he was more aware of the Father's presence than the wind's power. Then the third thing, why we sink. Think about Peter. Peter is my favorite because he's exactly like us. He actually walked on water. But the second he focused on the waves, the physical threat, he sank. And I've realized that for me, distraction is the literal gravity that pulls me down into apathy. So what am I doing about this? Well, I'm learning that I don't need to work harder to get God to show up. He's already here. I just need to acknowledge him. And so I've started doing this 2-minute reality check throughout my day. I wanted to invite you to try it with me. Number 1, stop. When I feel that sinking feeling of stress, I just pause. Number 2, recenter. I remind myself Jesus is in this room. The kingdom is here right now. And number 3, view. I try to look at my laundry, my emails, or the difficult challenge through the lens that the King is standing right there with me right now. It's not a new rule or chore. It's just a way to open our eyes. And when we shift our sights, the pressure to perform starts to die. We stop reaching for a distant God and start walking with a present Father. And I'm going to be leaning into this all year because I'm tired of being blind to the best part of my life. And if you're feeling that same pull to see more clearly, I'd love for you to subscribe and join us. You can also head over to lifepriority.org/co to join our community, and you'll also get access to these slides. So let's stop trying so hard and let's start looking up. I'll see you in the next one.